Okay. Hello?
Hi, freak face. I love calling ya and just letting you know how you libtards are just in a free-for-all trying to figure out in your own party what the hell's going on. But you know what? It's special. It's kinky. The situation is just so cool to watch the libtards burn in hell. But anyways, just wanted to check in and let you know that at any point, if you want to come to the other side, the beer is cold over here, and it's just another way to say, ha, 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 I told you so.
I don't know. Whatever. We're just testing out the stream today, and we're testing out some studio features and checking out some things because we're going to be going live a lot because we got to get our act together as a party, as a channel. So if you've joined me before, Stuck in the Middle radio show on all the major outlets, you can catch us on dailycast.news. We're on the Sirius satellite app and all the other good ones. But we're going to be doing this live on YouTube now, too, while I'm doing the show. So while we're doing that, we got to set this thing up. So I got to sit here and watch and find out what's going on, how is it working, and so there'll be a little bit of... not a little bit. There's probably going to be some mistakes and things as we get through this. So we're going to be testing out some stuff. And unlike unlike CBS that just fires everybody and says it's over, what we're doing here is we're consolidating everything. So that means there's going to be less people, more work for me. Thank ya. So I got to figure all this stuff out. So this will be my good old days in the radio where, one DJ was doing everything. We're going back to that. Thank you, Trump. My God. Hello.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out why Democrats are constantly just complaining about Trump. And I'm asking that simply for the fact that we're not going to get past another election by just saying how bad Trump is. We have got to start talking about what we're going to do for the American people. We know Trump's a dick. We know Trump is corrupt and everything else. But the Democrats have got to understand we've got to stop talking about how this maniac is a monster. And we've got to start talking about things that we're going to do and make some promises and get some things in a positive perspective. Because if we don't do that, we're going to lose another election guaranteed.
I did a show on that a while back, and I do agree 100%. I think Democrats have got to get a new narrative because the narrative is Trump's an asshole, Trump's a dick, Trump's an idiot. We've done that for the past 10 years. And where has that got us? Well, we're still here saying Trump's an asshole, Trump's a dick. So we've got to get a narrative of what we're going to do for the American people. That's one thing the Republicans do is they're constantly saying, look what we're doing for you. They're lying half the time, more than half the time. Everything that comes out of the orange hole under the nose is a lie. So I do agree with that. We've got to get better narrative. We've got to take action on a lot of things because this election is right around the corner. I mean, the midterms, and we can't sit here and say, well, let Trump bury himself. That didn't work. It hasn't worked in 2016, didn't work this time around, and it's not going to work again in the midterms. Let's get our act together. Let's do it, whatever the case may be. We've got to take some action, y'all. We just got to do it. Hello.
My mommy to me to call you and let you know that you're doing a great job. We love the show and want you to keep up the fight. We want to get Taco Trump out of the White House. Thank you.
Well, thank you for that message or that call or wherever this is coming from. Appreciate it. Our young voters, if you will. Sounds like a little bit too young to vote right now, but any little bit will help.
You're an ass. I just wanted to say I kind of keep in touch with you, and you're an ass.
Oh, my God.
I don't agree with anything you say. You guys are constantly trying to come up with something, anything, to put down Donald Trump. But you don't understand MAGA. MAGA is a group of people that know what it takes to get this country on the right track. But you guys are constantly trying to put some kind of a wrench into everything that we do. And the only reason why you do it is because we know what we're doing. We're fixing America, and we're making America great again. And it just upsets you that you're liberal, you're
Get it out.
your opinions about everything in this country are completely backwards. You want to just completely put our country in the toilet, and we're fixing it, and we're getting it out of the Biden-Obama era. So if you don't like it, stop whining and just join us and make this country better again.
Okay, well, the only thing Democrats are not is a cult. So yeah, you guys do have your act together as far as a cult is concerned. Democrats are not that. So that's one thing you have going for you. No matter what Trump says, no matter what he does, if the sky is green, if he says the sky is green, then you guys will believe it. They'll say, yeah, the sky is emerald, you silly little sassy freaks. But one thing I hate to say that I will agree with is that the Democrats need to become a bit more as a whole, as together, getting it together, if you will, putting themselves as a group, as a community. Stop arguing back and forth. That's what Democrats need to work in, no matter what. Thank ya. Hello.
Question, do you agree with Cory Booker about Democrats need to toughen up and stop bowing down to Donald Trump and start taking action?
Yes, 100%. Absolutely. I was just saying that, and we definitely need to. Democrats have got to get the act together. Democrats got to toughen up. Democrats have to work as one, as a community. Stop fighting and bickering back and forth, especially on the Senate floor. The Republicans love that. They absolutely love the fact that we were fighting back and forth. And I do agree with Cory Booker. I do agree that we need to work as a unit, as a community. Stop fighting with ourselves. We already have a party that we need to fight with. My God, people, somebody help me. We've got to get this act together, and we've got to make sure that we don't do this, air our dirty laundry in public. It's kind of embarrassing, if you will.
I'm getting to the point where I'm starting to think that Elon Musk's America Party is a good idea. The Republican Party is disgusting. The Democrat Party is pathetic. We're just going round and round, back and forth, fighting. Nothing is getting done for the American people. Maybe a third party will shake things up and get things moving forward again. That's my opinion.
Nah, I don't know about that. Maybe, just maybe, if it was some kind of legitimate, strong, uncorrupt, that party that was not run by a corrupt billionaire, maybe something would kind of make the two parties get their acts together and stop the bickering back and forth. But at this point, it's very difficult for an independent party to get started. It's very difficult for them to even get on ballots because the Democratic and Republican Party made sure of that back with Ross Perot in the 80s. I don't know, a lot of you people probably don't remember that, but Ross Perot was a strong contender in the 80s. He was an independent for an independent party, and he came very close. So the Democrats and the Republicans got together and said, we got to make sure that that never, ever happens again. So it hasn't since. So I don't think an independent party is going to do much unless it was something that the people wanted and stood behind, you know, almost kind of like a Bernie Sanders type thing. But other than that, I don't think it's going to happen. We're left what we're dealt with. So that's the way it is.
Wow. It sounds like a lot of Democrats are giving up. The podcasts, blogs, and YouTube show hosts sound and look burnt out. All their shows are just putting down and insulting Trump. That's why polls show the Democrats' approval rating is at an all-time low of 27%. That's pathetic. We've got to get our act together, dust ourselves off, and get back in the fight.
Wow, thank you. You should be in radio. My God, what was that? Sounded like a voice modulator or something, but I do agree. Let's keep this fight going. Let's make it happen. And let's keep it doing whatever it takes. Like I said, we're testing the live feed today. It's basically all it is. So there's a lot of things that I'm doing. Oops. There's a lot of things that I'm doing here that I'm doing for the first time. So please bear with me, my silly little freaks. Because we're going to be doing this a lot. Because we need to do this a lot. And there's a lot of podcasts and a lot of stuff on YouTube. Great content for liberals. But we need to grow it. And most of the content from the liberals are saying the same thing. The Republican content online is so well funded. It's so large. It's expanding. And they've been working on this for a long time. And it caught Democrats off guard because probably about 2016, Democrats were saying that Republicans were so behind in technology and so behind on what's going on as far as shows. But it ended up turning out that behind the scenes, Republicans were building this huge media conglomerate machine. And the first thing they were looking at is online content. Democrats didn't know this. And Democrats were preaching, you know, we're on top of technology, we're so cool and neat and all of this other stuff. And Republicans were building this thing. And now, you know, I got to say, the Midas brothers, Midas Touch, they have been beating out Joe Rogan for maybe the past few months. So that is a good sign. But we can't depend on one podcast. We can't depend on one YouTube show. We've got to grow this thing. So no matter where it is, what it is, we have content on it. So we want to help in that case. And we've been doing it online on social media. And we've been doing it on streaming radio. And we've been doing that for a while. And we've been doing good at that. But now we want to get this radio onto the social media platforms. And that's what we're doing right now. So with that in mind, our radio programming is going to be broadcast live on YouTube and on other things like TikTok. And we're connecting the YouTube player to Blue Sky, which we have some followers there. We just started out there. So now people on Blue Sky can just turn the YouTube player on and watch us as we're filming. So that means I got to learn a lot of things. I've got to take care of a lot of the technical parts because now not only am I doing the radio show, I'm paying attention to the video side and platforms like that. So I got to get used to that. So I've been practicing, kind of getting used to all the additional things I have to do with at the same equal pay. At the same equal pay, thank you very much. So let's look at, speaking about what's going on and what's happening, let's look at some of our YouTube or our Blue Sky posts. We started here and what's been going on today. We like to keep up on this social media because at the very least, keep up and keep our followers informed, because if you're informed, you can take some action and stay in tune with what's going on. So with that in mind, here's another post we just posted today. Taco Trump's tariff deadline begins August 1st, which at the time of this broadcast is tomorrow. Well, since Trump always chickens out, he's extending the deadline for some countries, including Mexico. Kick the can down the road. That's what he does. And he's doing it because he's afraid that this is going to affect the stock market. And he doesn't want to do that because his fragile little ego cannot handle a little stock market drop. So with that in mind, release the Epstein files. That's another thing we're doing, where we are, every post that we do, we're demanding that the Epstein files get released. Thank you. And if you haven't seen this, this is very important. This was breaking yesterday. Texas Republicans unveiled their gerrymandered House map at Trump's request. 5 U.S. House seats could be gained by the party under the proposal, including Houston, Dallas, and areas along the U.S.-Mexico border. So basically what they're doing is they feel that the only way they can win is cheating and gerrymandering and adding additional seats so Democrats can't win. This is pathetic, disgusting, outrageous. And this is Republicans in full effect. This is what they do. This is how they win. Donald Trump says he's the best. America is golden again. And golden showers for everybody. And everybody loves me. I've got the best ratings, the overall, the grandest ratings of everything. He says all this, but yet they feel that they need to do this in order to win. So this tells you something. They know they're not going to win. They know the golden age of America is not here. They know the inflation is going up. Prices are going up. Tariffs are causing price increases. And they know all of this. Donald Trump is still being accused of being involved in the Epstein files. I can go on and on. His international affairs are all out of order. So this is what's happening with Trump. And they feel like, well, you know, by the time the election comes along and by the time the midterms come along, we need to add some seats. Thank you. Look at this. Orange face. And I'm sure you heard this. Bombshell. Trump admits Epstein stole underage victim Virginia from his Mar-a-Lago spa, leading to feud. Trump stated that Epstein stole young women working at his Mar-a-Lago spa too many times. And then you probably already know that one person that was working for Mar-a-Lago, for Trump, the underage girl who Epstein stole, committed suicide in April 2025. Another victim of this pathetic, disgusting ring that's going on, and we still haven't gotten to the bottom of it. So if you haven't heard the audio, you got to listen to this because it's rather disturbing. The audio is not that well. I'm not even sure if you're going to be able to hear it very well, but this is one of the tests I can run right now. And forgive me if it sounds horrible because the original audio is not very good anyways, but listen to this.
Epstein has a certain reputation, obviously. But just curious, were some of the workers that were taken from you, were some of them young women?
Were some of them young women? Well, I don't want to say, but everyone knows the people that were taken. And it was the concept of taking people that work for me is bad. But that story's been pretty well out there. And the answer is yes, they were.
Yes, they were young women?
What did they do? In the spa.
In the spa?
Yeah, people that work in the spa. I have a great spa, one of the best spas in the world at Mar-a-Lago. And people were taken out of the spa, hired by him. In other words, gone. And other people would come and complain, this guy is taking people from the spa. I didn't know that. And then when I heard about it, I told them, I said, listen, we don't want you taking our people, whether it was spa or not spa. I don't want him taking people. And he was fine, and then not too long after that, he did it again, and I said, out of here.
Mr. President, did one of those stolen, persons, does that include Virginia Jeffrey?
I don't know. I think she worked at the spa. I think so. I think that was one of the people. Yeah. He stole her. And by the way, she had no complaints about us, as you know. None whatsoever. So,
Epstein has
He
a certain
stole her.
reputation.
He stole my girl, my underage girl, at the best spa, the world-class spa, the most amazing spa. He stole her. My God, he stole her like she was a dog or something, a pet. Oh, these people. But yet, he's our president. The president of the United States. I mean, I don't even know what to say about all that. You've probably already heard this, but once again, I'm only playing it because we're running tests here. My God, what's going on in this country? So this was 2 days ago. As the Trump-Epstein corruption continues, sources tell CBS that FBI and DOJ IG are in possession of a copy of the video that does not cut from just before 11:59 p.m. to midnight of the night Epstein died. So in other words, Pam Bondi and Trump are lying. Oh, gee, who would have thought? The fact that when they submitted this video, and you could look at the metadata on the video itself, and it shows that it was edited on Adobe Premiere Pro, just shows that these people have no clue what the hell they're doing. And if you haven't seen this video, look here. 11:58, 12 o'clock. Let's look at it again. 11:58, 12 o'clock. So what's missing in that time? What happened in this video between that time? Where is that video, you sassy, silly little freaks? We'd love to see it, like the rest of the documents. What else do we have here? We kind of did this too. At what point will MAGA understand that their great swollen orange leader is not working for them? No matter how clearly you spell it out, they continue to praise, worship, and thank their cult leader for screwing them over. By the way, release the Epstein files. So you can see here the EU-US trade deal. Winners, Trump, stock market, U.S. energy, big business, the rich. Losers, U.S. consumer, Europe, car importers, small businesses, and the poor. And that's the way it works. But if you go on X, you'll see that these people are still praising their great orange leader for such an amazing deal. And nothing has been signed anywhere. You know what? The big, huge, unbelievable trade deal with Japan, if you look at the details of that and really break it down year by year, it's nothing huge. And they haven't signed it. EU trade deal. It could be huge, but based on this, it's screwing over the people that I've stated, U.S. consumer, Europe, car importer, small business, the poor, and nothing has been finalized. So he likes to put out press releases. He loves to talk about things and look what I did, I'm an amazing person, and blah, blah, blah. But when it comes to follow-up and making sure that it's all done, we'll see what happens. Now, one thing I already noticed that I'm doing, and for you listening on to the radio show, I keep saying, look at this. Check this out. Watch this. I'm going to have to kind of explain what's going on because you guys are wondering, what the hell is he talking about? So I'll make a little kinky note of that and we'll work on that. So this was just, well, let's call it the test show because we're going to be doing this for a while. This is the launch of a new show that we're going to be doing on, let's see, TikTok, YouTube, and maybe we'll get it on the other thing, and I can't think about it right now because I can't think of the name, but we're trying to do these on multiple social media outlets. So we get on a variety of outlets, get the word out a lot more, and discuss things that are happening. And I'm going to try to do this on a daily basis, but over the weekend, going to work on more of the technical things, check out things that worked and didn't work. And plus there were some other things I was supposed to test out, but I'm seeing right now that this is the thing that I'm supposed to be working on is not working correctly. So I don't want to bore you with that. So with that in mind, please bookmark wherever you're watching this right now. And for those of you listening, just go to the YouTube page, and we're at Dailycast Radio on YouTube. And the rest of it's at Dailycast News. And if you want to get on the air, or if you have a message to send me, or you want to say something about a question or whatever, go to stuckinthemiddle.net, and I have a little tool there where you can record your message or send me a message, and I'll hope to get it on the air. And please, MAGA, please keep it clean. Stop insulting. Stop acting like 2-year-olds, because they don't get on the air. They instantly get deleted, and it's just a big waste of your time. And it's not a waste of my time, because I just hear the first few seconds of your nasty, filthy mouths. And I'm just talking about the ones that start going out specifically right out of the gate, cussing, insulting. So I automatically delete them. So once again, stuckinthemiddle.net to record whatever you are or whatever you want, and make sure. I got to get used to this, and I'm going to work on this over the weekend, because I'm saying things right now and I'm still looking at stuff that I need to focus on, and it's going to take a while. There's notes here. I've got stickies. I've got little cards. I've got things going on all over the place. I'm not paying attention to what I'm saying. I was supposed to end this with a phone call. I can't find it. One of them got disconnected. One of these I can't get on without a password, and I'm not going to start accessing passwords while I'm doing this. So we'll get it together. We'll get our crap together, and I think it'll be a lot better by the time we do the next show. We're going to be doing some more tests over the weekend, so if you want to waste your time, or if you have absolutely zero to do, just come and join us.